In the quiet moments of reflection that often come toward the end of a life well lived, Eric Dane opened up about the profound love he shared with Rebecca Gayheart. This heartfelt conversation, captured in an intimate interview, revealed the depth of his feelings for the woman who had been such a central part of his world. Even as life presented its challenges, Dane's words painted a picture of enduring affection, a bond that transcended the ups and downs of marriage and separation. He spoke with a sincerity that resonated deeply, emphasizing that his love for Gayheart was unmatched, a sentiment that would linger long after his voice faded. Dane's declaration was clear and unwavering. He believed that no other woman could ever capture his heart in the same way Rebecca had. This wasn't just a passing thought, it was a testament to the intensity of their connection. They had built a life together, one filled with shared dreams, laughter, and the joys of parenthood. As the father of their 2 daughters, Dane saw Gayheart not only as his former partner but as the irreplaceable mother of his children. Billy and Georgia, the lights of his life, were constant reminders of the love that had brought them into the world. In his words, there was a sense of gratitude for the family they had created, a family that remained intact even after the formal ties of marriage had loosened. The story of how they met added a layer of romance to their narrative. It was one of those serendipitous encounters that seemed destined from the start. Dane recalled the moment vividly, describing it as organic and fortuitous. At the time, Gayheart was engaged to someone else, a man she had been with since her teenage years. Yet, Dane felt an immediate certainty. He confided in a mutual friend that he was going to marry her, despite the friend's skepticism. The friend had dismissed the idea, insisting that Gayheart's engagement was solid and unbreakable. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. 4 years later, Dane and Gayheart stood together, exchanging vows in a union that would last for over a decade. Their marriage, which began in the warmth of mutual adoration, spanned 14 years. It was a period marked by the typical ebbs and flows of any long-term relationship, but also by unique joys. They welcomed their first daughter, Billy, who brought a new dimension of happiness to their lives. Georgia followed, completing their family unit. Dane often reflected on these years as a time when everything felt right, when the world seemed aligned with their shared vision. He spoke of wanting to spend the rest of his life in that perfect harmony, a place where love was the guiding force. Yet, as with many relationships, challenges arose. In the winter of a particular year, Gayheart made the difficult decision to file for divorce. It was a step that signaled the end of their marital chapter, but not the end of their story. Separation brought its own set of emotions: sadness, adjustment, and perhaps a reevaluation of what love truly meant. Dane acknowledged this shift, noting that while they still harbored deep love for one another, living together was no longer the path they chose. There was no bitterness in his tone. Instead, there was acceptance and a profound respect. He emphasized that the love remained strong and unwavering, even if the daily routines of married life did not. Years after the separation, circumstances evolved once more. Gayheart decided to withdraw the divorce petition, a move that spoke volumes about the complexity of their bond. It wasn't about rekindling the past in the same way, but perhaps about honoring what they had built without the finality of legal dissolution. This decision came at a time when Dane was facing his own battles, adding an extra layer of poignancy to their shared history. In the wake of Dane's passing, Gayheart expressed her emotions through simple yet powerful gestures. She shared images of a candlelit memorial, a quiet tribute to the man who had been her partner and the father of her children. The outpouring of support from their community overwhelmed her, providing a cushion during an unimaginably difficult time. She spoke of gratitude, of feeling held up by the love and kindness of others. Accompanying these words were throwback photos, snapshots of happier times of Dane with their daughters, capturing moments of joy and tenderness. Tributes from loved ones flowed in, each one a reminder of the impact Dane had on those around him. Dane's journey had been marked by more than just his personal relationships. He was known for his roles that brought depth and charisma to the screen. From his time on a popular medical drama to his work in a gritty teen series, he had captivated audiences with his talent. But in his final days, it was his advocacy that shone brightly. Diagnosed with a progressive neurological disease, Dane became a voice for awareness and research. He channeled his energy into making a difference, determined to help others facing similar struggles. His family remembered him as someone who faced adversity with grace, surrounded by those he loved most: his dear friends, his devoted wife, and his 2 beautiful daughters, who were the center of his universe. The statement from his family encapsulated the essence of who he was: a man who loved deeply, fought bravely, and left a legacy of compassion. They noted that throughout his battle, he remained committed to advocacy, turning personal hardship into a force for good. His absence would be felt profoundly, but his memory would endure, cherished by all who knew him. Expanding on this, one can imagine the myriad ways in which Dane's love for Gayheart influenced his life. Love like theirs doesn't fade easily, it evolves, adapts, and sometimes finds new forms. In the interview, Dane's words were not just about the past but about an eternal truth. He recognized that falling in love so deeply shapes a person forever. It's the kind of love that inspires art, literature, and countless stories of human connection. Their meeting, defying the odds, serves as a reminder that sometimes the heart knows what the mind doubts. Parenthood added another dimension to their bond. Raising Billy and Georgia together meant navigating the joys and challenges of family life. From first steps to school milestones, each moment was a shared victory. Even after separation, co-parenting required communication and mutual respect, qualities that Dane and Gayheart evidently maintained. Their daughters, now teenagers, would carry forward the lessons of love and resilience instilled by their parents. The decision to dismiss the divorce petition years later suggests a re-evaluation, perhaps prompted by Dane's health challenges. It highlights the fluidity of relationships, how they can shift without losing their core. In times of crisis, old affections resurface, providing comfort and strength.